Okay, so welcome back, guys. I miss my class. I know you miss me. Lecture 5. We're going to do the Boston matrix for the cash cow at the dairy. Then we're going to do worksheet answers 38. Hope you've done your worksheet by now. If you haven't paused this video, go finish your worksheet and then go over the answers with me. And then we're going to start chapter 39 with ANSOFF's matrix. So, cash cow at the dairy is a case study on page 554. And basically we have to do question 1, which is talking about a dairy farm. They have 4 main products. They have different sales performances. They have a milk, they have a yogurt, they have a butter, and they have a high energy spread. We had to classify each one of these into different categories. We had to put them in the Boston matrix. We know that the Boston matrix is made up of 4 squares, and in those 4 squares we have high market growth and high, for the products here would be high market growth and high market share. For the product here we would have low market growth and high market share. Thus we call it the cash cow. This is the star. Here they have high market growth but low market share would be your problem child, and then you have your dog, which is low market share and low market growth. So the high energy spread was introduced to the market only 5 years ago. Sales took off immediately to a competitive thing. Healthy eating habits are driving the market forward. So high energy spread had high market growth, and initially, if you look here, has a very high market share at 31% of the market over time. Gold seal milk is their oldest product. They have they're in a mature market. They have high market share but low market growth, and this is only market share of 24%. The low-fat yogurts had a huge marketing campaign and it had high market growth, but they need to do, the market share is low for low-fat yogurts. It's only 6%. They need to do massive marketing to make this product grow. And lastly, we have Bichara churn butter, which has 6% of the market. And in the book it says, has been a weak brand in its sector. There's no consumer loyalty, and because of increasing health concerns, the consumption of butter is going down by the masses. I love butter, so I would be buying lots of this. But this is your Boston matrix that you had to make. If you have different answers, we can easily discuss them in the next class when we have class on Monday the 16th. I am going to go over all your work on that day, especially all the analysis that you had to make and the different matrices. So make sure you keep ahead of your work. This is all going to be in your exams. So this is the first part of your homework. Have a nice clear look. This is how you make the Boston matrix. It does come in your exam. The matrix might already exist, or you might have to make a matrix. From here, your other part of your homework was doing worksheet 38. And worksheet 38 was on strategic analysis. And we're going to go over the answers. So, the first question was, state 3 questions that strategic analysis attempts to find answers to. So, when we're going to do a strategic analysis of your business, there are 3 basic questions. Where is my business now? The second question is, where are we headed and what is happening and how can that affect my business? And the third question is, if there are changes happening, good or bad, how do I respond to them? So this is your first question of your strategic analysis. Question number 2. Identify and explain the key strengths of any well-known multinational operating in your country. So, the key strengths, best one to obviously go to would be either Pepsi or Unilever. They're multinationals. They have brand image, economies of scale, they have diversified products, huge marketing campaign, brand loyalty, consumer awareness. So this is question number 2. Question number 3. Identify and explain the main external economic factors that affect a business operating in your country. So, easy question considering the scenario we're in right now. Depreciation of the currency, high tax rates, taxes on imports of everything else, changes in the interest rate. Interest rate doesn't affect us that much because we are a very cash-based society. Coronavirus is an external factor. We keep on going back to that. Right? Question number 4. Evaluate the usefulness of SWOT for any online retailer. We know SWOT stands for strength, weakness, opportunity, threat. So, online retailer of books. Oh, some of the question is referring to books. You know, I buy books online all the time. So, what are their strengths? So, we are going to go to this bookshop, Liberty. Oh, I hate Liberty books. For online retailer of books, they do have online books. We have Liberty Books who does sell. So what are the strengths of Liberty? Well, he's the largest in Pakistan and the largest in Karachi. They have many outlets as well as online delivery in Karachi within the same day. Weakness, they don't have enough books coming in. Threats, somebody might. Their threat is, I've told them many times, I get my books from these shops in Lahore and Islamabad that deliver within 2 days. You could have delivery same day if you're willing to pay that extra courier fare. So that could be a threat. And opportunities, what are the opportunities for an online bookstore? Is to have a library in a rental space, have little kiosks, have sales more often, especially in an environment where less and less people are reading actual physical books. Right? Question 5. Evaluate the usefulness of the mission statement of any company that you're aware of. Remember SMART objectives? We had studied SMART objectives in Unit 1. SMART objectives basically talked about the fact that businesses must have a SMART criteria. It doesn't mean that they must look smart or be smart. We had said SMART is specific, should basically focus on what the business does. M, measurable. You must be able to measure your objectives. Achievable. Not that I'm going to the moon, it should be achievable. Realistic and relevant. And lastly, time specific. Then we have question. So your mission statement is going to be linked in with your SMART objectives. Question number 6. What are the 2 uses of the Boston Matrix? 2 uses. The Boston Matrix helps you analyze your product. The Boston Matrix is based on your product portfolio. Not on the environment, it's about your own goods, so you know where you're situated, what do you need to do with them, do you need to shelf them, do you need to do more marketing, do you need to just do marketing every now and then, so it just remains as a cash cow in everybody's eyes. It helps you position your products and gets rid of the ones you don't need. It helps you to design new product developments and promotions. You need to see what kind of growth and market shares that they have. What is the competitive rivalry experienced by an airline business operating in your, well, obviously, so here we are talking about quarters 5 force field analysis. Ease of entry into the business. It is not easy to set up an airline. It is very, very expensive. You need to have your first barrier to entry is the big money that you need. Supplier power. There are very few suppliers of aircrafts, so it's not like you can just go to the market and buy a plane. Threat of substitutes. Substitute to airline is a good train network or a good bus network, which these Daewoo people are actually coming up with very, very nice buses that you sleeper buses to Lahore. Price is about 5,000 rupees. You leave in the morning, you get to Lahore in the morning. You leave Karachi in the evening, you get to Lahore in the morning. Basically, it's your night. You sleep on the bus. Very nice air conditioned, nice beds, dinner and snack and tea and all of that is on the bus. So that's coming as direct competition. And lastly, buyer power. Here, you can only buy one ticket at a time, right? So the internet has allowed you to choose between many different airlines that you can buy your ticket from and be able to compare prices. So basically, for the Porter's 5-4 speed analysis, the buyer power, now we the buyers are getting more options and more choices in the kinds of goods we're going to be having. So these are the answers for worksheet 38. You must have read the chapter, you should have done your work for me, and at this stage you should be doing your worksheet. Okay, so we are going to, from here, move on to chapter 39. Right? Okay, so we are back. We just did the Boston Matrix and we went over the questions for chapter 38. We now start chapter 39. And this is going to be strategic choice. So before that we have strategic analysis, how to do analyze. This is strategic choice. This is chapter 39. This is the second last chapter of your coursework. We are about to end. You're going to start off, as we all know, is you're going to go over introducing the topic, which is the case study or the beginning of the thing, which is on page 556. There will be homework attached to this. After I have done ANSOFF's matrix, you will go back and you will plug in your homework at this stage for this. So basically we start off by talking about ANSOFF's matrix. ANSOFF basically studied businesses and designed different marketing tools and development tools and differentiated product tools and how to position yourself in the market and to know exactly where you are. So what is the ANSOFF matrix? It is a model used to show the degrees of risk associated with the 4 growth strategies of market penetration. That means you want to enter a market further. Market development, where you develop a market. Product development, where you develop your products. And then the last is obviously diversification, where a company starts to diversify. We've looked at all of our different multinationals. They all have diversification and diversified products. Khadi did try it with Khadi Home. They had Khadi Men, Khadi Kids, they had Khadi Home, they have Khadi Shoes, so they are diversifying. There is room to diversify further, but obviously they have stopped at that point right now. We don't know why. So he said, ANSOFF said, that to have long-term business success, you had to have business strategies and planning as part of your process. So he developed the ANSOFF matrix and he said these are the different options that are open to a marketing manager. So he said that in your strategic marketing, you had to come up with 6 basic questions. The first is the market in which the firm is going to operate in and what are the products you are planning to sell. In terms of the market itself, do we remain in the existing market or do we try to enter new ones? Like Khadi went and started exporting because you realize that there is a huge Pakistani market abroad where Pakistanis want shalwar kameezes. And in terms of the product, do you want to sell the same product or do you want to sell and develop new ones? So we make the matrix, and in the matrix we are going to put in different products and you're going to see how this matrix is done. Again, this matrix can be in your exam or you can be asked to draw it. You have your matrix, you have your products, Here you have your existing products. Here you have your new products. Here you have your market. Here you have an existing market. And here you have your new market. At this stage, when you're coming here, you are increasing risk. And as you move here, you're also increasing risk. So let's start at the beginning. You have an existing market and an existing product. So we call this part market penetration. Existing product, existing market. So you want to go further in, e.g. Pepsi wanting to beat Coke, and in this Pakistan market make sure Pepsi is available everywhere. So sell, we would say sell more in existing markets. Then we have existing market and new product. Here we do product development. Basically, this is sell new product in your existing market. So when Pepsi came out with Diet Pepsi and 0% Pepsi, they were in the existing market, but they were introducing new products. Now over here we have existing product but a new market. So here you have to do market development. It could be exports, or it could be from, you are a Karachi-based company selling products in Lahore. We have that. There's a cold drink that some bakery has taken out in Lahore. If they want to move to Karachi, they would have to do new market development. I don't remember the name of that cold drink, but it's that famous bakery in Lahore that has come out with a cold drink that everybody in Lahore eats, drinks. Why do you want to come here? For higher sales. You want to enter a new market and put a share of your goods in new markets. The fourth is known as diversification. New product, new market. So, new product and new market, high risks. What would that be? Diversification would be so the book talks about the fact Tata Industries business making a huge range of products from steel to tea bags. So they talked about Tata. I'm trying to think of where we were doing Pepsi so far. What would Pepsi do with new product, new market? Obviously, Pepsi came out with the chips, and then they have cookies, right? So they are starting to diversify and become bigger and become much more independent. For this, I want you to do activity 39.1, which is basically make the ANSOFF matrix for the case study on the first page on ABCA Power Company, ABCA Power, and I want you to make the ANSOFF matrix for this. Question 39.1, which is after you studied the ANSOFF matrix, where we're going to talk about the four products. Please do remember that all of this is going to be done in school with you again. So what happens on the evaluation of the ANSOFF matrix? ANSOFF is not directing you towards one point, it's showing you the different things you can do with your different products in different markets and where you want to be situated. Your marketing managers can make these decisions to assess the costs, potential gains, and risks associated with all the options. A company can have multiple strategies. They can be like, we're developing new products in old markets and new markets for old products, and altogether a whole new market we have found. Many companies are now starting to go more and more into Africa. So new markets, new products altogether. The ANSOFF matrix is not a standalone. You have to do SWOT and BEST along with it. When I keep on saying SWOT and BEST, please do realize how important those two are. SWOT, BEST, Boston Matrix, ANSOFF, and Porter's 5-force field analysis are very, very important topics that you must know, which will most probably come in your exam, right? All your marketing people obviously have to come in together and make these decisions. You wouldn't give this to somebody who's very new, but people have lots of years of experience. There's lots of data available. There's lots of secondary research available, where you can actually study what is going on and where you are situated and what you are trying to achieve. So, here we're going to start wrapping up this lecture, which is lecture number 5. You'll be doing strategic choice. You have to read the data on the first page, and I want you to do, after you've read the ANSOFF matrix and gone over it, after my lecture and the notes which are in your book, you're going to do this activity and make it. Please do not forget, I am going to look at all your work in class, and dude, you are going to be severely punished if you do not listen. Stay safe.